All right, here's a dude who's saying supply or die is amazing. Then we'll go over the rewards
Alpha
of this.
402 dropped with the new supply or die event. But is it any good? I have to admit, I was surprised. First order of business, of course, is to jump out of bed and find out if they fixed these elevators or not. And it looks like, no. Up, yes.
I thought the title was that it was amazing. Oh, man. All right, here we go. I'm trying to be uplifting on the stream. Have you guys noticed? I mean, like, I'm trying for this to be a positive stream tonight. This is the first time in a very long time the stream has been very angry. This has been, let me just apologize. I know I'm supposed to be entertaining people. I know, Pepe. Pepe, you back off. Back off, Pepe, before I fire you.
It's a new patch, so of course you're going to spawn back at home and you're going to spend the first 5 minutes running around buying more ammo and med supplies and all the other consumables that you don't need to spend 20 or 30 or 50K on. But enjoy that.
Yeah. Finger says, my wife is actually blaming the plants right now. Aren't they all aligned right now? They're all in alignment. They're all pulling and pushing on me at the same time. Tell your wife she's right. Finger said, I absolutely agree. One time, Finger's wife used to sit down and watch these shows with him. And they used to do this together, but I think I pissed her off somehow, some way. I'm going to say maybe one day, maybe today even, the planets aligning together. Maybe Fingers, your wife will watch me once again. I'm sorry about that. I must have done something. I'm an asshole.
And then you spend the rest of the time trying to get back to your ship. Of course, then you get back to your hangar and you spend the next 50 minutes sorting through this unsearchable pile of armor trying to find something that matches. And once you get that done, you fire this bad boy up and bust out onto the mean streets of Stanton. Now, a lot of players know what some players don't know, that if you don't store the ships you purchased in game when a new patch drops, you'll probably lose them. And along with that, if you don't,
that's the thing, right? Fingers. Listen, this is not, I'm not trying to be sexist here, ladies. Diva knows this. Diva's been around a long time. Diva knows I put both feet in my mouth all the time. But when Finger says, she says, you know what you did, right? When a woman says that, when a woman says she knows, like, Finger's wife just literally said, she said, you know what you did to me. She's pointing at me. She said, you know what you did. I don't. This is just to everybody. Like, this is just to you guys. Like, I hope Finger's wife is not watching this part. I actually don't know, but the correct answer here is, yes, I do. And I apologize for that. That's what you do. That's what makes you a gentleman, like Hugh. Where's Hugh at? I know Hugh's not here, but that is actually what makes you a gentleman. You just say, yep. Hugh is this is for Hugh. You're not here, Hugh. Hugh's in spirit. Diva knows. Diva's like, DG, you put your foot. Diva's like, DG, you put both feet in your mouth. If I had more than 2 feet, all the feet would be in my mouth.
Store the ships that you did purchase, you're probably going to lose the components.
Okay.
And that's what happened to me. So that means I have to go out and buy a new quantum drive. First order of business. If you don't be a pyro, you're going to need a more efficient drive. So there we go. Money out the window. Now let's get to pyro.
I like the music.
All right, so there we go. We made it to pyro. Let's land the ship in a safe spot so we can get through this mission list and find out if there's anything that's, holy crap. Am I reading this right? These missions pay out in the millions? Holy shit, look at that. 26 mil. To do what? Drop off 10 in pressurized ice. If this is for real, it looks like after the last patch cycle that was such a nightmare, CIG is actually going to make it up to us. This is amazing. So I want to test this out and find out just how doable these missions actually are. So I took one of the small missions and dropped off some tin and pressurized ice. And great news, I know where they sell it, the Magnus Gateway. So, back to Stanton. So I get to Stanton, pull out my map, type in Magnus, select the Magnus Gateway checkpoint, and then punch it. While it's being punched, I decide to go downstairs and walk my dog. When I get back, boom, there I am at the gateway, which looks different, which I thought was odd, but no big deal, I'll go inside. When I get inside, I can't help but notice that it's all rearranged, but maybe they changed the gateway. But then I realized this is not the Magnus Gateway. This is somewhere else entirely. And I know I typed in Magnus Gateway and selected that checkpoint, and it took me to a completely different station. No big deal. I'll just make another jump. All right, here we go. Magnus Gateway. I'm going to jump inside. I'm going to get these resources. We're going to go back. We're going to make some quick, good cash. This is
so far so good.
Going to be awesome. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God.
There's a line.
Look at this crowd. God, these guys are all waiting. They're all waiting in line. They're all just sitting here waiting for the terminal. All right, well, I want that free cheese, so I guess I'm going to wait too.
Dude, you got to edge up. You got to be a little pushy in a situation like this. This man.
After some fuckery with people fighting for terminal space, I managed to get my hands on one. And it's empty. There's nothing here. So I sat and waited for a while, and I can continue to do that. So we got 5 guys sitting here right now, all of whom are all waiting to snatch up the resources the instant they become available. Now,
that's what I was talking about last week. This is exactly what I was talking about last week.
now, I assume, like it used to, these terminals update live, so you can do that. If you're quick enough, you can click through it, but you're racing 4 other guys, right? So I could sit here for 2 hours doing this, but instead I logged out because I remembered it's 7 a.m. in Hong Kong. Oh man, this is gonna be so great. God, I'm such a genius. Here we go. No. Oh, crap. This is how this event's gonna go, huh? Since I can't take advantage of time zones, I figured I'd get back on a US server, but by this point, I was in a really long line here on the server. This event is taking off, baby. So I saw some of the other missions which had huge payouts were resupply missions for salvage, which means RMC construction materials. And I thought, well, hey, does that mean that actually buying these really overpriced materials is financially viable now? I'm gonna go find out, and I know a place that sells it. Let's go. One more quantum jump.
This guy's pacing is really good. Who is this guy? So far, I'm going to like this. Dr. Coldfinger's Space Nuggets. That is an amazing name. Hold on a second. Let's... subscribe. You got a subscriber, bro. This is what we do here on DG360. We try and help out the little guys. This guy's got 600 subscribers. Go on over to Dr. Coldfinger's Space Nuggets and give him a subscribe, because so far I gotta say this, he's giving us the full experience without having to spend the hours to do this, and he's doing it in a very entertaining way. The pacing's good, the edit's good, the music's good, and he's giving us the full experience. Like, he's doing a very good job at this. What's up, buddy size Hobbit? How are you doing tonight? Shout out that Hobbit.
Okay, here we go. Question and answer.
Yes, Sanders.
There's usually a good supply of this outpost, but it's pretty low right now, which means that somebody was here recently and they cleaned this out. If you get lucky, you can resupply here, but chances are you can't. So I guess the only thing to do is collect the resources, right? The next question I have about whether or not these events are going to work out is what's happening at the drop-off points. And I saw that Checkmate was one of the drop-off points, but man, I bet I bet there's a huge space battle going on around Checkmate right now. Let's go find out. Back to Pyro.
Absolutely.
Empty. The space around the stations is empty. You can just fly in here. This is unexpected. So that's it. It looks as though there's a legitimate gold rush going on in Star Citizen right now. If I want to take advantage of this event, I'm going to have to change ships, which means going back to Area 18, but I'm sick of Quantum, so I'm going to take the Backspace Express. From what I've gathered so far, yes, you can buy the materials and sell them, but the kiosk space is limited, and the stations...
You've hit the right stream to feel the way that you're feeling tonight, Hobbit. This stream, I've been trying to be very positive and entertaining, but I've been filled with rage. Just ask everybody in here, Hobbit. I have been absolutely rage-filled tonight. This is the first time I felt like I've taken a breath and calmed down tonight.
So sell these materials. They're very, very limited.
You hit me on the...
So it looks like note. If you own a mining or a salvage ship, now is your time to shine, and you can really clean up. Outside of drug running, if that's the way this is going to go, then I guess it's time to get serious.
What's up, Wookie? Shut this man up. What's up, Cap? He's doing a really wonderful job at editing. I like it. I like it.
The payout on that was $3 million, which for a solo player, it's pretty decent for the session I had. So it looks like this event is for real. What's the status of the game like? Well, this was a 6-hour session. In that time, even though I spent most of my time in space, I had no problems
Diva.
whatsoever. Unbelievably, it looks as though
What's
CIG
up,
actually released a patch that puts this game in a better state than the previous one.
Yeah, good for him that he didn't have any actual bugs or anything too jank happen to him, but that's not the normal experience.
Even though things are in a better state, it hasn't all been sunshine and blowjobs. On my very next PlayStation, I had a full stop client crash and I lost a full reclaimer. I'm talking the entire floor stacked up to the balcony kind of full. But them's the perils of playing an early access game.
Yeah, at least 2 of those hours were probably wasted on the waiting, right, Diva? Right, good point.
So what's the conclusion on Supply or Die? The game's in a better state, and right now, the getting is very good. So while it is, get out there and get it. If you like this video, give it a like.
Well, at least it's nice to hear somebody had a positive experience, because lately all I've been hearing is negativity from both content creators and some of the people in our community. But at least Dr. Coldfinger's Space Nuggets had a good experience. And I got to say, I'm just applauding that name. Go on over, Go on over to Dr. Coldfinger's Space Nuggets, would you? And go subscribe to the man. I'll put the link one more time in here. That was very entertaining, and I hope the algorithm finds us another one from him in the future. And this is why I love this community, because you are all finding great content creators here that are just starting out, that deserve the attention. And hopefully our little channel here on DG360 can help promote those that deserve the promotion so that they get some type of, support. And that's what we do here. That's what we like to do here.